Hello everybody, this is Purge bringing you guys the finals of the GosuLeague Division 1 Season 5. It's Navi versus Svenhunterz. Now keep in mind this isn't technically a finals because we're not in any sort of tournament bracket, but what we're really looking at is can Navi take a 2-0 right here versus Svenhunterz. If they do, they get first place. If they go 1-1, they tie with Empire for first place. If they go 0-2, Empire takes first place. So it is all in Navi and Svenhunterz' hands here. Svenhunterz is not playing for cash, I don't believe. I can pull up the information at play.gosugamers.net. But Svenhunterz, not a terrible team. I think they're towards the lower end of the bracket, if I remember correctly. When I pull up the data, we'll know that for sure. But can Navi win the prize pool? It's $2,500. They've been in kind of a slump this week, having a lot of losses. They did fine yesterday in the GosuLeague. They took a 2-0 versus, what team was that? That was Pulse? No, Pulse played a different team. I can't remember who they played yesterday, but Navi, I believe, just lost. They just ended up losing a match in the defense just a second ago. So people are saying, Navi, maybe they're losing their stuff. Who knows? So anyways, picking so far, it looks like we're going to start off with a Batrider Darkseer ban. Svenhunterz goes for a Magnus as well as a Bounty Hunter. Undyne's going to be the first pick out of Svenhunterz. It's a good way to start things off for them. This will give them an aggressive tri-lane, and arguably this is the best way to end up beating beating other teams without too much skill, I guess, is the way to describe it. Undyne, very, very good laning hero, makes your tri-lanes extremely strong. It's hard to beat the hero. So if Navi does end up going tri-lane versus Undyne, usually the hero with the team with Undyne ends up winning. Navi's going with a Templar Assassin as well as a Wisp. We saw this picking out of Puppy yesterday, actually. Start off with a TA, they get the Wisp right after that, and then they can grab either the Sven or the Chaos Knight or the Tiny, depending on what they want to do with their heroes, and without actually having to like really lock down their strategy right away. So Wisp Templar Assassin for Navi, that's going to give them a great solo lane. Good luck to whoever Svenhunterz decides to put mid, because no matter who it is, they're probably not going to win versus Dendy's TA. And even so, most TAs end up always winning the mid lane, at least in CS. And oftentimes in Deny as well. Now, Play.GhostGamer seems to be down right now, unfortunately, so I can't check the stats, but we can double check that in just a bit later on in the game, maybe after game 1. Something like that would be good. Keeper the Light is the pickup, as well as the Queen of Pain for Svenhunterz. Now, Queen of Pain's a pretty good solo mid versus Templar Assassin. That's why they drafted this right away. They didn't want it to go to the second round of banning, where Navi most likely would have banned out Queen of Pain. And the reason that she's so effective is because one level of Shadow Strike can break through Templar Assassin's shield, and it just slows her down a bit. So, and TA has really low range at level 1, so if you do put a slow on her and she's by the creep wave, then you can actually force her into breaking her shield like that. And from there, just a lot of right clicks is usually what people aim for. So let me set myself to offlane here. There we go. Keeper the Light, another great hero for a tri-lane. So Keeper the Light Undyne can feed him mana, and he can cast more spells like more Decays and more Soul Rips. We're into the banning stage now. Nyx Assassin, by the way, has been drafted by Navi. That'll be one of their other support heroes. Or one of the, probably support hero number 2. We don't see solo Nyx Assassins in the pro scene right now. Almost always played as a support hero, just because Spiked Carapace is great, especially against Keeper the Light. Arguably one of the best counters for Keeper the Light. Now, it isn't necessarily like a, oh my god, Nyx just, what the fuck, just completely owns Keeper the Light, but the Spiked Carapace it's pretty easy to reflect the Illuminate damage, basically. If the Illuminate damage is easy to see coming, you turn on your Spiked Carapace, you reflect all that damage, and it does a stun on Keeper the Light. So, very, very good skill to use, or a very good hero to have against that counter. And also, against Queen of Pain and Keeper the Light both, they have really large int gains, Queen of Pain especially, and Mana Burn is very, very good at them. Lots of hard disables is also good against Blinking heroes. So, I love Navi's pickup of Nyx Assassin here. I think it's absolutely adequate, and the right thing for the situation. We see a Lifestealer ban as well as Age Cure ban. Seeing a lot more Lifestealer bans lately by a lot of teams. The hero does a lot of physical damage. We saw it played by EG yesterday, I believe, when they played against Team Liquid. I caught one game where they ended up having a Lifestealer. His slow is really, really powerful. He can rage and be magic immune for up to 6 seconds now, so he did get quite a few buffs. He's very good against Nyx Assassin, actually, because even if Nyx Assassin opts to use Spiked Carapace, if you're magic immune, you can't get reflected of that damage or that stun. So Nyx Assassin is no problem. Pretty easy kill for a Lifestealer. The last ban is going to be a Rubik. And finally, a Broodmother, Lone Druid, and a Chaos Knight. So they banned out a couple heroes that are good with Wisp, most notably Lone Druid and the Chaos Knight. The reason Lone Druid's so good is because you can actually tether yourself to the bear, give it insane attack speed, some damage resistance, and then it just sits towards the front of your crew or your team. It just wails on the tower. It makes it very easy to take off quick towers. Picking in the second round now starts off for Svenhunterz. They're looking for a long lane solo as well as a carry. Unless they farm Undyne, which isn't too expected. We almost always see just kind of a support Undyne lately. That's what it seems like to me, at least. Just move my mic a little bit here. Perfect. Oops. Don't want my pop filter to be out of the way. So the pick comes in a second. Long lane. They could long lane Undyne, by the way. Some teams do like doing that. Long lane Undyne is a possibility. Or they will grab a hard carry now. Now, grabbing the hard carry would allow Navi to counter it a little easier. If they grab something like a Sven, then Navi won't be as inclined to grab something like a Chaos. Well, Chaos Knight's banned, but that's just an example. Sven does counter Chaos Knight pretty effectively just because his cleave is so healthy. We'll call it healthy. Apparently X5 was the team that beat Navi in the defense, so... Enigma's going to be the pick for Svenhunterz, so that'll be a jungler, actually. So this means that they're going to farm Undyne for sure. They could have played him as a support, but that means they're going to farm him. So I don't really expect them to even pick a hard carry at this point, to be honest. I mean, if they have all these pretty good early to mid-game heroes like Enigma, Keeper, Queen of Pain, Undyne, why not just go for the mid-game push? It's a possibility. Navi's going to immediately counter with the Beastmaster, which will give them Roar, which is very, very useful against not only Enigma, but also Queen of Pain. Long duration disables against those heroes are exactly what you want to work with, because if Enigma ever casts a black hole, you just roar the guy, and he's disabled no matter whether or not he gets a BKB. Last pick for Svenhunterz. Do they go for a long lane solo, or do they grab a tri-lane hero? I guess they could do that as well. I mean, they could do a solo Enigma. That wouldn't be the worst thing ever. They could do Enigma safe lane, actually. It would be kind of interesting. Do an aggressive tri-lane with Undyne, Keeper of the Light. They are Radiant Team, though, and Radiant Team is arguably the better of the two aggressive tri-lanes, and it will be a Luna, so this means that we're going to see a long lane Enigma, I believe. Luna, Keeper of the Light, and an Undyne. It will not be a farming Undyne. That's going to be a pretty safe tri-lane, and it will be a Tiny for Navi. They're going to do Tiny, Wisp combo, Nyx Assassin support, long lane Beastmaster, and a mid TA. So the lanes are pretty easy to predict from Navi. Svenhunterz is most like... Will they go aggressive tri-lane? I think they should, actually. It would be a safe tri-lane for Navi. Tiny, Nyx, Wisp. They could go aggressive tri-lane. It's a little scary for the Luna. I think Svenhunterz might be better off just playing it safe. Luna's not the best tri-lane hero, but Undyne, Keeper of the Light can be pretty aggressive here. I think they could do it, but I don't know if they should. The reason I'm saying they might want to is because Tiny, Wisp are not the best tri-lane heroes, and that's the best way to shut down that combo, is just to say, well, you have a Tiny Wisp, I'm just going to try to make sure your Tiny doesn't get very farmed, and your Wisp doesn't get very many levels. They have the kill power, they don't have very good disables, so I'm going to say it's not worth it for Svenhunterz to go for the aggressive tri-lane. I think they should just play it safe and go for the normal lanes. Or, you know, it looks like actually they're going to do a long lane Undyne. So it will be a long lane Undyne, jungling Enigma, and a Keeper of the Light Luna. So I messed up my lanes a couple times there. Sorry about that. Alright, let's go for the players quick. This is Svenhunterz. They are fighting to take games off of Navi. If they can take at least one game off, it gives Empire another chance to break into first place. We've got Warren playing Undyne. Mid lane is going to be CHW. On the bot lane, Quicks playing Enigma. We have Blueberry Ninja on the Keeper of the Light. And the last player is going to be Audio playing the Luna. That's Team Svenhunterz. For Navi, they're trying to fight for first place. If they can take a 2-0 here, they've got the $2,500 prize pool. We've got Puppy on Wisp, Light of Heaven on the Beastmaster. Dendy's going to be playing Templar Assassin. Havos is playing Tiny. And Arzart is going to be playing Nyx Assassin. Team Navi here. Now, they will go to their lanes very shortly. Enigma does have a smoke, so we may see an early gank towards Templar Assassin. Something that they might need against Navi here. Light of Heaven is going to be swinging towards that long lane. He actually has 100 gold in the bank. A little surprising. Usually, if you're in a long lane solo situation, you spend all the money you can get. But this will help him get towards possibly a bottle or a soul ring slightly faster. So maybe this is why he decided to save his money. He's expected to be against a Keeper of the Light Luna dual lane, which isn't actually that scary because Keeper of the Light can't disable you. And even a Luna doesn't have that much early game contribution out of a carry potential. Like pre-6, she'll have Lucent Beams, but that just does damage and a mini stun, which isn't that huge of a deal. So, Undyne will start off with some blocking. Blocking early is pretty important, actually. If you can let the range creep go first, it's a big deal, and that's exactly what Warren's trying to do, and now he's going to be okay. You want the range creep to go first. If this dies, this means that your wave will have only 3 melee creeps, and their lane will push towards yours. So if you can do this at the start of every long lane, it is absolutely crucial. Unless you're something like a Darkseer, in which case it's not as big of a deal, but being able to get the rage creep off first is really, really good. See if Havos is able. He's going to come forward and try to block the range creep as long as possible, but it's still going to die no matter what. Sometimes you can see people control this, but it's not going to happen. This wave will push. Arzart can be aggressive on the top lane. Puppy putting a sentry down on the mid rune. I don't know if he actually got a ward or not. Looks like the sentry is right in the middle of the river here. This is going to allow CHW to constantly land it. And yeah, look at that. Dandy actually picked up a meld because he wanted to be able to dodge any dagger that flew up from the Queen of Pain. But with the sentry already down, that's going to hit him no matter what and going to make his laning situation a lot harder. He's not going to be very happy about this. Especially because the sentry was placed so close but not able to deward it. So that's going to be rough for him. He's got his bottle finished up though. Once again, CHW still harassing him. And as you can see, doing a pretty decent job. This range creep's going to die. We'll see if he ends up going for this one or not. He's going to pop the refraction. He wants to take it, but the dagger comes. Dendy might be in some trouble on the mid lane. He's going to melt strike it. Still running away, though, and he's going to be okay. CHW doesn't want to take a creep wave, so he's going to play it safe. The tango is grabbed, and he will continue back. It's actually a dual lane on the top lane. Arzart getting really low. There's the avalanche. Puts him down to 50 HP. Tether now on Havos. He doesn't have enough mana. He throws the toss, actually, just on Wern. He was trying to do the wisp toss to get the tether stun, but it did not work out. Enigma being uncontested in the jungle in the meantime, and now Audio is solo. Solo versus the Light of Heaven. This is actually a really, really smart laning setup for Svenhunterz. I really like it a lot. What they basically did is said, you know what, Luna doesn't really need babysit versus the Beastmaster. We'll just put Luna down here. We'll put the Keeper Light to support the top lane, and this is going to make sure that Undyne not only has mana, but also has some backup support where they can use Illuminates. So Luna, the downside is that Light of Heaven's going to get a lot more EXP and farm. In the long lane situation. This is much better than we normally see out of a Beastmaster, but it's not the end of the world to have him get some EXP and farm. He has skill 2 levels of Call of the Wild. He's going to be able to stack his Ancients unless there's an Observer Ward there, which is going to be rough for him. He'll go check that out now and be like, oh, they actually blocked Ancients. He might have checked this before, by the way. He can also just right-click the pig on the Luna, which is kind of another fun thing to do. Gives him some damage output as well. Dandy having trouble still in the mid lane. He doesn't have a level of Sideblades yet because he grabbed a level 2 melts that he could try to dodge the dagger. And it's obviously not working out so well, but he is bottle coring. We've seen Dandy doing this a lot the last 2 days, actually. Havos comes forward. There's a Clarity Potion. It gets interrupted, though. Really unfortunate. Nice play by Wern. Sentry Ward is about to run out mid, about 12 more seconds, and Dandy's going to have a much better time. So he'll pop back for a second. He's going to pop his bottle charges, and then he will put that back on the courier. And be just fine for a while here. Downside is that his allies are not going to be able to get any other items for a while, but this mid lane is very, very important here. And there it is, pops the bottle, puts the bottle back on, takes some more last hits, and CHW continues to harass. 2 levels of refraction at the moment. Light of Heaven is level 4 in the bot lane. SHZ is, or Audio, sorry, is now 19 and 8 versus the Beastmaster at 7. So he's doing much better, but it's pretty expected. We have plus 22 damage here. It's pretty hard to get outlasted. Oh, nice axes. We'll be able to grab only 1 last hit. A little unlucky for him there. And back in the mid lane, Queen of Pain's finally out of mana. Shadow Strike has actually been leveled up to level 2, so he wants to be able to harass with this more. It's going to allow him to do much, much more damage to Dendy while still trying to get last hits. But regardless, look at this, they're actually sitting even, and that's with a Sentry Ward. So he gets a Sentry Ward to completely counter Dendy, and even still, breaking even on last hits. Really shows the power of TA here. Queen of Pain doing a really nice job, just breaking as many shields as possible. But the splash is finally happening. 115 every time that it goes through. That's not something you want to deal with. Wern is getting last hits top. That's going to be a sell for Tiny. He has been taking a little too much harass here. Only 1 armor for him. Blueberry Ninja. Level 1 stun from Arzart. It's going to take some damage. And actually, we're going to see a tether coming on him. Can they grab him? The spirits are only level 1. Not quite enough damage. Tombstone gets dropped as well. And he might be in trouble, taking some right clicks, but Arzart's going to back off. If he had some mana drain, actually, he'd be very useful to long lane. Havos in trouble. There's the stun. Illuminate's going to land. Looking for the decay. He's got the mana. Oh my god, the mana comes through just in time. 1 HP, but the creep gets the kill. And that's going to be the first blood. Undyne, really happy about this lane. Level 4. Arzart's going to go down as well. Double kill for the top lane. Not good for Navi at all. He didn't have enough mana, but then Blueberry Ninja came through and did the level 2 Chakra Magic on Wern. And he got another decay off. Takes the double kill. And like I said, this tri lane not very good, and all of a sudden it shows it just doesn't matter. Only a dual lane, Undyne as well as the Keeper of the Light, are going to be enough here in this lane to shut down the Tiny and the Wisp. Arzart's still level 1, not a situation you want to be in as a Nyx Assassin. Rough start for Navi here. Last hitting, if we look at this, and keep in mind, they also have an Enigma. Enigma's been free farming this whole time. He's got Sentry Wards, he's going to try to kill Dendy mid. He needs to get into position for the Malefice. Will Dendy see? Let's check his vision. He doesn't see him yet. Quicks can go high ground. Will he be able to come in? Here comes. He's going to not notice it last second. There's the Malefice. Dagger as well. Svenhunterz plays Scream of Pain. Does hit Dendy, but the right clicks from the Eidolons, and this could be it for him. He's got nothing. No mana. Will they get him? The last hit gets him. Queen of Pain grabs Dendy in the mid lane. 3-0 at the moment. Audio chasing Light of Heaven. There's the Vision block. Gets another hit. The Hawk's going to survive, but here comes another one. One more hit, and the new Lucent Beam, 20 HP, and he's got the movement speed. Easy kill. Grabs him. Beastmaster goes down. He did not have boots there. Purchases a bottle, and no boots for him. So now a 4-0 for Navi. Versus Navi, that is. Level 2 on Nyx Assassin. Puppy's going to stack this up so they can grab some more EXP. See if the Illuminate's going to contest this. Warren is still getting some free farm here. And he has Arcane Boots as well. Avalanche from Havos. Going to see a toss. Just trying to get as many last hits as possible. He actually drops the Tombstone. He's doing this. Puts the Decay down as well, but he's getting really low. Havos has got to be careful because he's out of mana. But the tower hits and the Illuminate gets a kill. Undying with another kill under tower. Some pings from Havos. Not happy about this one. 5-0 at the moment. They might be riding some loss of momentum from the previous set from the defense here. I mean, if things go badly, the game before this, team morale is not going to be looking good. Light of Heaven get as many last hits as possible, up to 17, but man, it's just looking a lot better for the Radiant team. SHZ, Svenhunterz, 3,000 gold advantage. This is not a position we usually see Navi in. They do not usually get behind in terms of gold advantage. There's the EXP as well, almost 4k. So an all-around great advantage for them. And another Sentry Ward mid. This is the same one actually from the Enigma. Dendy's probably very frustrated. Why can't I just dodge these daggers? Yeah, Queen of Pain even dodged ulti at level 6. I mean, the Queen of Pain doesn't want anything else other than shutting down Dendy. That's exactly what he's aiming for. Sentry Wards really do help out a lot. He can actually kill these Psionic traps as well. There's literally no advantage that Dendy's can be able to take out of this. Dagger is used again. Still hits him, but he does use Refraction at least. And Courier coming mid to give CHW something else. Treads are finished here. Dendy just has bottles, no phase boots for him, but he's still last hitting decently well. So Blue Brain Ninja with a wand. Nyx Assassin picking up level 3. Can actually mana burn now. Going to be useful against some of these heroes. Now the Illuminate's going to hit Light of Heaven. I'm sorry, Havos, sorry, trying to deny there, but last bottle charge for him, only level 6. Where is the Wisp at is the question. Level 3, now roaming towards the bot lane, really behind in terms of EXP. There is a smoke on Enigma, look at this, the Light of Heaven Hawk should be scouting this, but it cannot. Can they grab the double kill? Arzart's going to be at the right place at the right time, though. We will have an Eclipse in 17 seconds. I think they're waiting for it. No, he's going around. He's going to find him. Here comes the Nyx Assassin. Does he realize mana drain? Stun first on Quicks. They use the Roar, and they come in. Great countering from Navi at the right place at the right time. They threw that Roar right off the bat, and no black hole for Enigma. Really good place for Nyx Assassin to be, by the way, because dang it, mana burn is really good. 5 int multiplier. That means that did approximately, let's do some math, about 200 damage and 200 mana drain, which is a huge deal for an early Enigma. If he's actually trying to cast a black hole. Dendy's ganking with the DD though. He wants to grab Warren, but the juking, man, this is very unfortunate for Dendy. He can't actually get in front of him, and he's just going to TP. Here's the Melt Strike, does some damage, but we're not going to see him go down. He actually got really low there, but, you know, only so much you can do as Dendy here. The Radiant team did have a ward up, so they did see Dendy roaming up there, and a lot of TP outs from them, so they will be safe. Dendy may just sit top lane for a second. Where is Tiny is the question. He's actually roaming towards the mid lane. Might be more effective against the Queen of Pain, actually. If you can get a combo off, he could kill her, I believe. He's only level 6, so his nuke won't do that much damage, but probably won't be bad. There's the KDs if you guys are curious. Radiant team doing really well. Only here to die is Enigma with that counter gank. Puppy is now level 4, opted for a Tranquil Boots this game. And no more sentries mid, so we'll give them an option. Bottles can be put down as the Courier picks that up. Phase Boots now. And I guess they're just going to show mid. So Queen of Pain now realizes there is a Tiny here. Undyne as well as Keeper Light going back to the top lane. Maybe a mech pickup for Undyne is what I'm expecting to see here. Got 225 gold in the bank. Some diving. Nope. Dendy actually gonna be nice deny there. Almost a dagger on Dendy. He's getting a Malefice though. Puts Refraction on. We do have a sentry down. But whoa, great ulti from Quicks. It's gonna catch both of them with the black hole, but the spirits come in doing the damage. Dendy's in trouble. Needs a Melt Strike or something. There's the Roar. Actually on CHW. Axes are gonna catch everybody. But we do see Arzart going down. Dendy has stayed alive, and the traps continue on audio as well as Quicks. And a decent trade, actually. They're able to kill the Queen of Pain just for a support Nyx Assassin that kept Dendy alive just barely. Unfortunately for Arzart there, he did not have a spiked Carapace on when the black hole came through. He would have been able to reflect that very easily. Another good usage of the Nyx Assassin, by the way. Very good versus Enigma. So that's going to be a nice advantage for Navi. 7-2 at the moment, and the mid tower looks to be pushed. Audio's level 9 now. He's got a lot of early game items. Tranquil Boots, Ring of Aquila, and a Magic Wand. He can push very effectively now. Arcane Boots gives them all mana. That everybody here has bonus damage, and the mid tower will go down shortly. Dandy wants to make something happen. He does have a regenerate. He's got to be careful, though, because the zombies are after him. And yeah, the tower's going to go down as soon as the Tombstone got forced. Nothing he can do here. So the first tower falls. Second tower, sorry. Top tower apparently went down. Light of Heaven is still farming top. Up to 830 gold now. And will they roam over and take more towers is the question. They actually smoke ganked. So it looks like they might just pick off Light of Heaven very easily. He's not going to have Roar for 13 seconds, so I don't know if he's going to have anything to save him. We have Puppey actually also shifting this way. Picking up a Soul Ring. Give him a lot of mana. And Light of Heaven TP's out. Man, this guy is so smart. And this is why he's such a good long lane solo. It's because the enemy team took mid and then they just disappeared. I don't know if they smoked under the ward or not, but look at this. They're looking for heroes and they're not going to find anybody. Puppey's actually pulling this camp here. He might get spotted. We'll see. If he stays back, he'll be fine, but the creep wave might come forward. He's running right into it, and here comes Malphas. Puppey going to die for sure now. No chance that he'll survive. He's trying to no, he can't do anything there. Easy kill on him. So they do grab a support, but that was 3 heroes looking for that. And now they know where all the heroes are, so they can go back to farming. And Light of Heaven goes to the bot lane. He's going mech as well, picks up a headdress first. Surprisingly, no Soul Ring yet, just going bottle into mech, I guess. Can be effective, though, and it's going to be a BKB rush out of Luna. No Yasha, no Manta style. He just wants to have the match community as soon as possible. And for a very good reason, because Tiny can kill people quite simply. Nyx Assassin, a lot of burst damage, and Roar as well. You could reduce some damage from Light of Heaven. It's going to be useful to do, so. TP coming bot. This is a Luna follow-up from Undying. Ooh, one cancel TP, actually. So the second will come through. That's Undying coming through. He's going to be collapsed upon. They know that he's solo. They know Luna can't come either. They're just going to roar him. He does get the Tombstone down, but look at the nuke damage. Audio actually shows up somehow. I don't even know how he got here, but Audio takes damage. There's the the Boar being summoned. Havos in a lot of trouble. He'll have the toss in 1 second, but not enough. The zombies actually doing a lot in that team fight there. Man, just imagine if... Oh, he gets killed. I thought he was going to be fine there. Dodges the Illuminate. He still gets killed. 2 dead heroes. Imagine if they actually killed him or disabled him. Oh, Puppey comes back. He relocated out of there. He's going to die for sure. Dagger gets caught on him. And, yeah, not a whole lot he can do. Puppey gets killed. If they could have roared the Undying before he got the Tombstone off, that fight would have been way different. Would have given Navi a lot more movement in the team fight, but things not turning out so hot for them. Light of Heaven now bot. Will he take a nuke? He will. Illuminate as well is going to land down to half HP now. He's got axes to slow down the wave, but I think we will see another tower go down by Svenhunterz here. Nyx Assassin TP's in, only level 5. Doesn't have his invisibility yet, and Light of Heaven actually runs all the way home. Doesn't want to deal with this. He's a little afraid about feeding, because Illuminate plus Elucent Beam is more than enough nuke potential. We saw it before. Put him to half HP. He could definitely die. He goes invis. Will he try to deny this? I think this is what he's going to try to do, or initiate. I don't think he will initiate, unless Wisp is coming. Here comes the Tether Stun, maybe. Nothing yet. Keeper of the Light. I don't think he can do this. It's so scary. There's 3 heroes there. He actually stays a little bit too long, and Nyx is going to give up. Just takes going to take a last hit with this, or not. Either way, no problem. Wisp level 6, ours are now level 6. And another tower falls for Navi. Gold Graph is looking at a huge disadvantage for them. 7,500. EXP 5k as well. Navi way behind. Svenhunterz pushing in towards the tier 2. They've got 3 heroes mid in the meantime. Dendi has his Blink Dagger at least, despite a little bit of a rough early start. He's got 1 last hit, 2 assists. GPM is the highest for the Luna by far. Dendi's number 2, and then 4 of the Radiant heroes. And this is mostly because of the gold advantage from the towers, that they do have such an overall advantage in EXP and stuff. Only a Bracer on the Tiny puts him so far behind, and Tiny really does need an easy lane to farm. Relocate, coming top. It's on Audio. He does not have his ulti just yet. Blink forward by Dendi. He doesn't get the Tether Stun, and that's exactly what they need, and Audio's going to run away. TP coming. This is the Queen of Pain, but she's going to cancel it. And the Invis Rune popped by Dendi. Really unfortunate for them. The Blink by Dendi was not quite perfect enough. And otherwise, they would have been able to kill Audio here. He's only got 1,100 HP. He has no evasion. He's got decent armor, but a Meld Strike as well as some burst damage from the Wisp would have definitely secured a kill. And that's usually why you see ganking with heroes like Chaos Knight more often than not, just because it's a lot more reliable. You land the stun, you have the Reality Rift. There's nothing they can do to get out of it. But if Dendi makes a small mistake, he's gone. Dendi now looking for kills in the jungle. Gonna find 2. No gem yet, but there's a mech up on Enigma. He's got pretty decent HP. Undyne's hiding under the tower. Dendy's invis about to run out now.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Light of Heaven does have Roar though, so if Undyne comes out, I think he'll run forward. He'll be caught. The Greater Hawk might be killed here. We'll see if it goes invis in a second. There it is. Finally going invis. Spots all the Radiant here, so they want to engage on this is the question. It's under tower. There can be TP supports. Oh, they're pulling the Luna. That's actually to the top lane. Pull Luna top lane, which means they can still TP. No, Audio actually doesn't have a TP scroll. If they see this, they can go for it. There is a ping by the Radiant team, assuming that Navi is actually taking Roshan. What they're really trying to do is take some team fights. There's Aurora starting things off on Undyne. Meld Strike, and wow, did he die fast. Black Hole's going to catch 2, and we don't see Aurora, but nice initiation to interrupt that. We do see also an Eclipse doing some good damage. Queen of Pain ulti is going to clean up 2, but 2 dead heroes on both teams. Undyne buys back. He's dropped the Tombstone, puts down his ulti as well, and Puppey, oh wow, Puppey goes back. He actually breaks the tether on Dendy just at the last second, but Dendy's going to be able to survive from this. Now, this is actually a good trade for Navi. They lost the Beastmaster and the Nyx Assassin. They killed Undyne as well as Enigma. When Puppey comes back, of course, he's going to die for sure, but... Oh my god, the great tether here. Avalanche, maybe a toss from Avos. He's going to be able to grab Queen of Pain. Another good trade for Navi, but they need TPs to keep him alive. Mini stun. There's the the Mana Drain. Great stun from Arzart. Going to buy him a second, but I don't think he's going to be able to keep him alive. Mana Drain is, wow, he's being really aggressive, but runs into Dendy. Dendy's going to be able to grab Blueberry Ninja. I think, yeah, Arzart's going to be the first to take him down. Warren's getting low. No kills yet from anyone else. Yes, mega kill as Havos does get killed. Warren running away, and Dendy wants to grab Audio. Easy kill. Meld Strike grabs him. That was a good trade for Navi. They traded pretty evenly there. They lost the Tiny, they lost the Nyx, and they lost the Wisp. But they killed 3 more heroes additionally to the 2 trade earlier. So trading at this point is definitely beneficial for Navi. We're going to see the EXP jump down in just a second here. And EXP is going to, Gold is going to level off as well. So definitely worth it for Navi in my opinion in that team fight. Team fighting very, very well. The Black Hole's interrupted by the Impale from Nyx Assassin as Arzart showed up at the perfect time. And they're just going to get more and more farmed. Late game now, of course, they're going to have trouble versus a Luna, but they do have the Wisp Tiny combo. And they've got Beastmaster as well, who's always going to be good throughout the entire game. So Tiny looks like he's going Treads, actually. Probably going to do the Treads Aghanim Scepter build, maybe Treads Drum, since he has a Bracer as well. We will see out of them. They do have Roar up again. Nyx Assassin, Wisp. And Beastmaster, pretty good try ganking combo. Still no towers gone except for the top tower. And if Boast will now hit mid, there's going to be a relocate actually coming into the jungle. They're going in. They're going to spot Keeper of the Light. He's really dead, actually. Can they go high ground and kill him is the question. There's more trap souls. They're a little scared to go in. There's Roar and Blueberry Ninja, though. Havos, will he do it? Avalanche is going to get the kill, but they've got to get out of the Tombstone. Oh, Havos is going to die immediately. Dagger will get the kill. And it's not over yet. Tombstone really being a problem this game. Keeper of the Light for a Tiny is not going to be worth it. No matter what. Arzart might be in trouble. There comes the stun. Gonna catch all 3, actually. Great stun, but the zombie slow might put him down. Tether's actually gonna help out a lot here. Puppey will be able to take some of those out. And that's escape, so trading 1 for 1, not the best trade for Navi. Losing a Tiny for support is never gonna be good, but the XP is starting to peak down just a slight amount. Now keep in mind that if the levels stay equal, that means that the percentage difference between EXP as well as gold is going to be more and more favoring Navi. If they're 5,000 gold behind at the start of the game, means very much different, means a lot compared to late game 5,000 EXP difference. So if they can just break even for the rest of the game, they will at some point be essentially equal. And that's what Navi has to aim for. Now, Svenhunterz positioning has been very good all game, I must say. Ooh, we might see Arzart be able to grab Blueberry Ninja. Yeah, this looks like an easy kill here. They're going to have Roar as well in 8 seconds. At least there's initiation stun as well. Mana Nuke and some axes. And yeah, there's an easy kill. Nyx Assassin takes it. Level 8 for him. Light of Heaven picking up level 11. So he'll have another level into Primal War. An extra half second disable and 50 more damage. Slow duration goes up as well. That's probably the best thing about this skill leveling up, actually. Yeah, for sure. Cooldown goes down very, very slightly. Arzart completely out of mana. He has no Arcane Boots just yet, which is going to hurt them. But once he grabs those, their team's mana is going to be much more healthy. Navi shifting to the bot lane now. They want to take this tower. Hero levels are looking okay. Dendy's actually matching Audio. 3,600 gold for him. I think he might just go BKB, and I think he's going to have to, honestly. I'm against a Queen of Pain, as well as a Luna, Keeper of the Light. It's a lot of magic damage and disables that he probably doesn't want to have to deal with. Don't really blame him. GPM still looking good. Better than it used to be. We're going to see an Illuminate on somewhere. Where is this Illuminate going? They're trying to catch somebody. Actually, Toss comes forward on Enigma. Going to be an easy first blood going on him. Yep, Axes come through to grab the kill. Beastmaster with the last hit. Keep it light. Will you die as well? Tombstone. Will they just right-click at the same? Just take the tomb. Oh, yeah, they're going to get this so easily. It's at the point where Tiny does a lot of damage to this right-click and a Meld Strike. It's going to help out so much. And it is going to be a BKB out of Dendy. He's trying to finish this up here. Just a couple last hits, and this should give it to him, I think. Very close, 20 gold away, and he will have his BKB. So, easy kill on Enigma. Enigma is now dead. Puppy taking some neutrals as well. Soul Ring was his choice. Kind of a weird choice. It's very, very good for the hero you tether to, actually, because it increases your mana by 150 and your allies. But when your mana goes down, it doesn't reduce their mana. So essentially what it does is kind of like a cheap way to give your allies 150 mana. And that's what he just did now. So, gives Dendy a bunch of mana, fills him up. Avalanche Toss and some Necro 3 units, and they don't care about that at all. That's a 200 gold, easy. Who's picked that up? Oh, it's going to be Queen of Pain Necro. So Necro 1 for Queen of Pain. Net worth looks really scary, though. The Luna's really far ahead. BKB Yasha is what she's carrying. I'm going to go for Manta style next. When she grabs Manta, it's going to be kind of a problem for TA to target the right hero. But they have a Tiny once again, so they do have the AoE. And it's going to be a Staff of Wizardry to start things off with a gem, actually. Interesting choice. This is how Navi's deciding to try to get back in this game, is with map control. And if you look at the map right now, Svenhunterz has, like, no wards on the map. I see nothing. 0 wards on the map. If we check their map vision, they have very little. They actually can't see their own jungle. Navi is currently in there farming everything, which means that they will get a gold advantage unless they actually go into Navi's jungle. And look at this. They're actually ganking Navi's jungle, expecting somebody to be there, when in reality, nobody's there at all. Except for Havos. Havos might get caught. I don't know. He might be going Force Staff, by the way. It might not be an Aghanim Scepter. They're looking for heroes. Navi's actually just farming their jungle. Havos kind of wants to farm his jungle, but now all of the wards are on Navi's jungle, when really they just swapped. Having this tower is the main reason that they are allowed to do this. If this tower was still up, they would not feel very safe going into their enemy's jungle. And actually, Svenhunterz is just going to turn this into a tier 2 tower push. 1 TP coming in is from Nyx. He's going to reflect the damage onto Audio. That's a good way to start off the fight. Havos is thinking about tossing. He's going to avalanche as well as toss the wave. He has a lot of gold from that. And all the Eidolons are now gone. That's going to stop the push by quite a bit. Arzar's thinking about going in. They did spot him with the sentry. Here comes Initiation. He lands, initiates. Spike Carapace is going to reflect pretty well. Actually needs to throw a stun on Enigma. Enigma gets killed. Actually, Eclipse come through doing some good damage. Warren is getting low. Light of Heaven does get killed. I don't know if he uses ulti. He did not actually. Tiny falls as well. Beastmaster buys back. He's going to try to cast his spell, but Luna looks to be dead. That's just an Aegis, though. He'll be back up in a second. TP coming from Puppy. Can he save him? There's the Soul Ring and the Blink from Dendy. Lost 3 heroes. Buyback from Light of Heaven. Actually, a Phase Boots on Light of Heaven. 2 levels of Inner Beast, and he still does have Roar. They had a great initiation there, but the BKB Luna is just a little too much. Necro 3 creeps on the ground. Will they be able to jump on somebody? Audio's BKB is cooldown, so he's looking for the opportunity. He sees them with the Hawk, so they have perfect vision of the enemy team. Radiant team's vision not bad either, though. Did they lose the gem is the question. Gem is gone. That's a big loss, especially just right before the Radiant team caught the jungle so much. There's the Roar on Audio. Warded the jungle so much, that is. Some damage on him, but he's going to take a heal immediately, and that's going to be a bad initiation. Light of Heaven in a lot of trouble. Will he just force the TP? Oh, a nuke on Ursa Warrior. He could actually just TP right now. But instead, he will walk. Just another blink forward. It's going to be fine. Arzard thinking about initiating. He's got Arcane Boots himself. Radiant team has great vision, though. This is such a big deal. It's breaking whatever advantage Beastmaster has, and you can see all of Navi. This is what Svenhunterz can see. What Navi can see is semi-comparable since they have the Hawk. But Navi needs every advantage they can get right now. And if the enemy team can see them, they're not going to have anything up. Arzar looking for a stun. He's going to initiate. There's the toss going on as well. Avalanche, and they immediately kill him. Enigma goes down. Audio's in trouble. Right-clicking Arzar, but he's got the BKB, so he's got at least a little bit. 26 seconds until we see Aurora Beastmaster, who's trying to stay alive. Mech is used. Danny's going to change targets. Pops the BKB again. Can he grab him? Miss it. This is Meld Strike. Meld Strike in a second on Warren. Can he grab the Undyne? It's going to be close. Does it. Undyne goes down. And Audio as well. 3 dead heroes trading for Nyx Assassin. This is exactly what they need. They blink forward. There's Blueberry Ninja, and the rest of the Radiant team escapes. They didn't even have a Roar there, but Enigma way out of position once again. How many times is this guy going to get initiated on? He is losing them team fights. If they could just run... I mean, they didn't even throw the Roar on him. They literally just threw their burst nukes. It was an Impale, a Mana Drain, an Axes, and maybe an Avalanche, I think. And that was a dead hero. then we see nothing. We don't see a mech for the Radiant team. We don't see a black hole. We don't even see a Malefice. He's just completely out of position there. I am assuming he maybe thought that he wasn't spotted or something because of the Hawk, but he was sighted, and he got killed. Will they kill Queen of Pain mid? They're going to try to roar this. Here's the phase boots. He's going for it. Tether as well, but he's going to be long gone. So, not the best position. If the creep wave was maybe, I don't know, if the Queen of Pain was lower on the river, then maybe she would have been caught, but didn't happen. More Hawk, just Arcane Boots on Nyx Assassin still. Havos is going to Aghanim Scepter. Staff of Wizardry as well as an Ogre Club. And they'll try to pick up some farm in the meantime. Yeah, they're going to give this all to Tiny. He's going to do a little tread switching here, pick up the last hits. Such good stuff. Really rough early game for Havoso. Net worth is actually higher on Dendi right now, unless there's an item on the courier. Am I missing something? Was there a buyback? Just a buyback on Beastmaster, so I don't know how Dendi did it, but he's really far ahead now. Is this really happening? I mean, there was a point where Luna was really far ahead. Audio was so far ahead. There, he just got something. Did that just jump up a lot, or am I crazy? Yeah, he's a lot closer now. Maybe he dropped an item. Maybe he put his BKB on the ground and popped his Tranquil Boots. Maybe something like that. That's my guess. Dendi is still ahead, though, by about 1,000 gold, so Dendi's doing a great job. Blink Dagger, BKB, 3,000 gold in the bank. Probably will be a Daedalus next. Maybe a Monkey King Bar, though, because if Luna ever grabs a Butterfly, it's going to be really, really tough. Actually grabs 2 of those Eidolons. Nice play by Puppy. He's going BKB as well, I think. Ogre maybe actually Heaven's Halberd is a little bit more likely. And Navi, now that they have some advantage, Aghanim Scepter is finished on Havos, and look at his right click. It's actually pretty good. Glyph is used, and they're going to try to take the tier 2 tower. 15 to 21. Gold graph is awfully close to 0. EXP is in Navi's favor, so this is the comeback. They had to win that fight, and they did it, and now here they are. Gonna see some Necro 3s. Easy gold for them. Range creep will get killed first, and some good right click, and Dendi takes it. Yep. That pure damage reflection to Dendi gets blocked by the refraction, so it's an easy 100 gold for him. And they take the tower, so Navi should be awfully close to an advantage at this point. And it might just get worse for Svenhunterz. We've seen Tiny late game. It is really scary. Tiny with overcharge. He does AoE cleave. As a hood picked up for Beastmaster, we're going to see a pipe out of him next. That's going to give them a lot of advantage towards the Queen of Pain as well as the Luna. And I'm not surprised if Svenhunterz was actually really hoping to just push early on. They wanted to take this tier 2 tower. Look how much they tried. I thought it was going to go down, but they killed the creep wave with the Tiny Avalanche toss, and then they just simply won the team fight. And from there, Svenhunterz is getting more and more behind. Takes a really good team to be able to come back from that deficit, though, but Navi's been able to do it, and they're looking to push. They still have no new items on Enigma, just at mech as well as a boots, so he's pretty darn far behind. Been buying Sentry Wards here. There is a Force Staff on Keeper of the Light, actually treads as well on him. Interesting choice. And Wern with a Blade Mail now. They want to take the top tower. It's going to be Havos in trouble. He throws the Avalanche, going to look to TP. Will he get disabled? Yep, Malefice, and this is a dead hero. He's going to fight for his life, but not enough, and he dies. No buyback, and this is actually going to guarantee Svenhunterz takes a tier 2 tower. So no vision, except for the mid ward. Didn't they run past this, though? I think they ran this way, didn't they? If they did, that's a huge mistake from Havost. Tower gets killed. Luna's going to TP back to the bot lane. Maybe he thought that for sure they would pressure. Not quite sure. There's a Blink Dagger ready to use for TA with the DD, so should have a pretty good chance of killing a solo hero if possible, if they find him. Hasn't spent his money, though. 4,900 gold. There's a circle by the Radiant team. This is Enigma checking that out. They know that they're still kind of counter pushing mid. Nyx actually uses his Invis. He wants to initiate on this Enigma, but there's 4 heroes under a tower. It's not going to be easy to jump on here. Mantis stall finish for Audio. Nyx still kind of hoping to find a kill in the jungle. He's hoping somebody would go into the neutral camp, so he's going to find Audio. Will he initiate is the question. I don't think he can. He's going to go high ground and walk away. 26 seconds until his ulti comes back off cooldown in. For now, he'll be fine. There's Audio low ground. He's going to throw the stun. It will miss. And the Necro 3 is getting used to just scout out the jungle a bit. Dendi will take those. Meld Strike, and he takes it again. Another 100 gold for Dendi. Up to 5k, very, very close to a Daedalus. Top tower is being pushed a bit. And Wisp still has the Ogre Club in the stash. He could finish his Sange at least. Some very, very good HP, equivalent to a Vanguard. Doesn't give you any regen, of course, which could be argued as a deficit for Puppy, but he's doing a really good job jungling in the meantime. Just using the Soul Ring, basically, casting the spirits up, and then Tranquil Boots as well. He only loses about 25 mana to do this combo, and he can actually jungle quite well, and this is why he picked up the Soul Ring. He's a pretty self-sufficient Wisp. Usually we don't see Wisps farming very well, but with spirits up, he can do it. Havos grabs crit next. Crystallis is going to start things. And Svenhunterz wants to be initiated on, but look how much they're standing around right now. They're honestly very, very worried about Navi's initiation. There's a sentry on the high ground. There's a sentry over here. They're looking for observer wards from Navi, but, you know, they're not as dependent on sentries, because really they just have the Hawk up, and the Hawk can get around. It doesn't get countered very easily. It can be moved actively. Light of Heaven actually really close. He's going to roar on this, surprisingly. What is going on? Where's the TP? Nothing from Whisters yet. Axes come through. That was weird. I guess he probably roared and said, jump on him, and then Tiny said, no, we're going to kill the tower instead. And they will kill the tower. Wisp gets the tower.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Maybe he roared on purpose that Luna couldn't come. I'm not quite sure. I don't know if that was a miscommunication or not, but Illusions will now be killed. Nyx is up to 1800 gold, probably going for a 4-staff, I'm guessing. And I'm pretty sure they're getting out farm now. I mean, Navi hasn't stopped farming. They're actually at 0, so they're still farming a bit. A lot of drawing on the map. I don't know what that all means. EXP is still in Navi's advantage, though, so things are going up and up. Wisp with another Soul Ring. He's awfully close to Halberd, if he does grab it. Could be a BKB, though. Honestly, could be. Because that'll stop him towards... it'll stop all of the Luna damage when she pops her Eclipse. She's got a level 3. They might be fighting. They do see the spirits, I believe. Yeah, I think they saw the spirits. Any buyback status for anybody? Tiny's going to take some Eidolons down. Creep Wave as well. Craig Exterior pinging that off. Nyx Assassin thinking about going in. He puts his Invis on. Do they have detection? They have a sentry down. So if he does try to initiate, it's going to be tough. Light of Heaven might be able to initiate with the Roar. He's got 2100 gold, and Arzar's thinking about it. Here comes the initiation. On top of him, stun, nuke as well. Quix is going to be getting low, but a nice heal. Going to keep him alive. He's reflecting the damage. Arzar going to fall down due to the black hole. He's still alive for a bit, but Havos going to finish things off in a second. They haven't been able to kill the Tombstone. It's very close. Denny will take it now, and Havos, his HP is going to slowly fall down. Great heals that actually kept everybody alive except for the Keeper of the Light. Man, how did Enigma live there? I can't believe it. His HP was too much, and the Focus Fire of Navi is apparently not enough. They did stack stuns as well. The Roar came at the same time as the Nyx Assassin stun, so that was another mistake. But he stayed alive. So team fight won by Svenhunterz. That was a buyback from Tiny and 2 other dead heroes from Navi, all for just to Keeper the Light. So we'll see another jump up for gold and EXP. There's the EXP jump up. I don't know if it's going to matter, though. I mean, Svenhunterz still ran away from that one. They said, well, we won the team fight, and they bought back, so we're gone. So that's what it's going to cost Navi to keep their tower. But a good trade, at least temporarily. If that comes back later, it's not going to be a good thing, but I don't think Tiny's attack speed is all that high there. I don't know if the Wisp was actually tethered to him or not. It was a BKB pickup for Wisp, trying to stay alive as long as possible, but his armor is still not that good. Roshan will fall very shortly. Pipe is finished for Beastmaster. I'm sure that would have been really nice to have in that team fight. TA buys the Divine Rapier. Dendy's doing the same thing he did yesterday. Except this game is not nearly in their favor. This is pretty scary. I mean, there's a lot of money on the line here. $2,500 for first place. If they lose any games, they're at a severe chance of losing this. And they see the pings. They said, oh my god, he bought a Divine Rapier. Aegis only lasts for 6 minutes, so he's only covered for 6 minutes. Will Svenhunterz try to steal it is the question. Now, even if Luna grabs it, it's actually really scary. With the Moonglaive damage reduction on the cleave, when it bounces 5 times, it's reduced by 30% each time. It doesn't matter. Even after the first bounce, it's still doing 200 damage. By the third bounce, it's doing about, I don't know, less than that, a little over 100 damage. That's still a massive damage item. So if Audio gets his hands on that Rapier and he has a BKB, it's not going to be good for Navi at all. Currently 25-17. Still picking up some neutrals here. And Navi's grouping up. They want to fight this. They have a gold advantage, arguably. But just because of the Divine Rapier, it's by far the most cost-efficient item in the game. It costs 6,000 gold and gives you 300 damage. There's no other item that gives you something so cost-efficient. But the problem is if you die, you lose it. So Navi will have a team fight advantage right now, but they've got to be careful. And they want to push while they have the Aegis up. The Aegis runs out. There's the overcharge. Look at that attack speed on the tower. Tower's just going to fall. They do have Glyph, but they're just going to let it go. So Tiny takes the tower. Radiant team doesn't want to fight. They don't want to fight until the Aegis is gone, basically. But Navi does want to push. BKBs are up for everybody. Once again, there's 2,200 gold on Nick's Assassin. Said he can buy back. There's the right click on the top of the hill. The damage is huge. He's going to reflect that one. Keeper of the Light takes a 1 Illuminate, and the glyph is used. They'll back off. Next creep wave, they will pipe it, and they're going to go in, and they're going to try to take that tower. That's exactly what's going to happen. Necro 3 is spawned. I think this is a little bit of a waste, actually. Does he really need to? That's not going to be up the next time. Why would he walk that forward? It's done for 66 seconds. They're about to push in. That doesn't make any sense to me. Why waste that? Been a weird usage of Necro 3 all game here. Once again, more reflection. CHW actually jumps forward. Creep wave gets killed, and they actually did not pipe this, I don't think. Yeah, they did not. Are they going to wait it out is the question. This bot wave is pushing, so the tier 2 tower is going to be slightly pressured. I don't think it'll go down, but it might be close. Who else is getting some heals up? And Beastmaster might pipe this. Will it happen? Counter push from Keep the Light is just so good, though. Then that's the problem. Once again, does the damage to Blueberry Ninja. Down to 600. There they go. High ground. They're hitting it. Pipe is used. Havos wants it. Tower gets killed. They try to deny it. Going on the Rax. Malphus starting things off. Rax down to 1,100 gold. Or HP, sorry. Same thing, right? Gold HP. Sentry wards being placed as well. They can catch the Invis Arzard if he decides to initiate. Tower does get killed on the bot tower, on the bot wave. They didn't use a glyph for that. So one advantage going to Svenhunterz. In the meantime, they'll go into the jungle. Will they swing on back? They're going to let this wave die. They really need to take a Rax right now. They need a big gold advantage, that's for sure. Dendy is at buyback range, I believe. Yeah, he's definitely going to have buyback. Oh yeah, he's definitely going to have buyback. Here comes another Illuminate. Arzard actually now reflecting that one, saving this mana this time. Blueberry Ninja was like, oh wow, I didn't take damage for once. That's pretty cool. His crits are pretty scary. Does he have items finishing? Light of Heaven finishes. I thought Light of Heaven had a Daedalus. I was like, what? It's actually Daedalus on Havos. So Havos' Daedalus is finished. Light of Heaven picks up a point booster. He's going for Aghanim Scepter next. Gets his ult to a much lower cooldown. And a double damage for TA, actually. This is what they're waiting for. They'll push in for sure now. There's no way they'll wait on this one. It's hitting for plus 460. More reflection. That was a pipe, actually. The creep wave is healed. There's the Observer Ward giving them some vision on the low ground. 1 decay to start things off. They're trying to stop the push. The melee barracks is taking a right click. Malphus on Havos. He might be in trouble. There's the Avalanche. Looking for a toss maybe. There's the BKB. Taking the right click. Eclipse is going to be spread pretty evenly, but Havos doesn't really care a whole lot. Warden's getting low. He wants to take the Rax. Tombstone goes down, and Havos needs to trade this for his life. There's the toss. Quick's looking for it, but he gets killed immediately. The crit at the last second from Havos. He does go down. Where's Dendy at? Hasn't lost the Aegis yet, but 4 dead heroes, but 2 buybacks, so 3 are up currently. Trying to hold this off. Melee barracks fell. Do they need to push anymore? And the answer is no. The ranged creep is the first one to go. Look at these Necros. Man, these have not been very useful this game. Dendy gets another 200 gold, and it's a 26-21 game. Mid-Rax goes down. TP's the bot lane to pull Light of Heaven there to farm. Was that worth it for Puppy, though? Where did he teleport from? We will see. I don't know if they spotted him, but I don't see the little... Yeah, it was right there. That's a little scary. He did take Light of Heaven to get farmed, but that was scary for him. If the enemy team spotted that, he could die very easily. So, alright, so Navi takes the Rax. EXP back in their favor by quite a bit. Gold is continuing to go back down, and Navi is going to control this game. Now, Aegis is going to run out pretty soon here. It's got about a minute left. It is at the 6-minute mark. I assume this is factors of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, it is. Okay. 6-minute mark, and Dendy will lose the Aegis. His BKB is down to 6 seconds, so his survivability is looking a little scary. Svenhunterz can easily come back from this, though. The reason they were a little scared about fighting that is because they didn't want to fight due to the Aegis. But once the Aegis runs out, they're going to be ready to push, and that's exactly why they're coming forward now. Now, if Tiny grabs the BKB, I think that's where Navi could get ridiculous. Oh, Havos out of position. He gets initiated on. There's the tether stun. Puppy trying to keep him alive. BKB's popped, and he teleports back. So they're going to have a second, but they're going to have to fight this for sure. Dendy TP's the mid lane, and in about 7 seconds here, Puppy is going to tether back to Havos, and they're going to be going back in, I think, unless he's just going to sacrifice, and he's going to sacrifice himself. Can he tether anybody? He's looking for the tether, and he tethers high ground. Oh, he doesn't get him to the high ground. He's actually trapped by the trees. They don't realize, though. Radiant team thinks it's all over, that he's gone. Puppy will be able to tether through now, and they all stay alive. Nick's assassin denies the tower, and nobody dies. 1 toss on audio, actually. Trying to catch somebody. There's the tombstone. A couple right clicks here, and Tomb will fall. It's the point of the game where this does literally nothing. Blade Mail is popped. There's the toss to the high ground. Arzar, Black Hole immediately interrupted. Quicks goes down. Dendy with the BKB. Audio gets roared on as well. Will they be able to kill him though? Warren is going to get right-clicked by Dendy, but there's the Ghost Scepter. Find him a second. He's going to try to TP out. We see Queen of Pain dropped due to the mana drain, and Audio a little out of position. We need a stun. There's the mana drain. Avalanche in 1 second. And here comes Tether stun first. Actually, great Blinding Light. Going to buy him a second. Can they get the kill regardless? And I think they will. As soon as that Blinding Light runs out, he does go down. And Dendy chasing to the high ground. Double Javelin. Going to catch himself up with a MKB. Just in case he gets evasion. The mid-racks will fall. Are they just going to throw? This is the question. They've got the attack speed. They might just do this. 3 dead heroes. Will Na'Vi come back from this game and start the game off right? They need to win 2 games here. This just might be the first one. And the tower's taking the damage. Tiny is right-clicking to Oblivion. Tier 4 tower is going to fall. Good game, well played is called, and Svenhunterz is going to lose their first game despite the amazing early game. Na'Vi is able to come back, and they will take game 1. This is exactly what they needed to do. If they win the next game, they will be the winners of GosuLeague Division 1 Season 5. Defending champions here. Na'Vi takes game 1. Congrats to them, and a very, very well-won game. Rough early game, but they came back. So that's Na'Vi back to their old swing of things. My name is Purge, guys. I'm a GosuGamers caster. Go check out GosuGamers.net if you guys want to see any more from the tournament. You can check out standings and things like that. We'll be back in just a bit with Game 2. Don't go anywhere.